A lot has happened since Christian McCaffrey was ruled out for the Monday Night Football game against the Jets, which was a surprise for everyone because everything in the lead up to this game was an indication that he was going to play. Even Christian McCaffrey saying he was going to play. John Lynch going on KMBR saying he's ready to roll. There were multiple indicators that would have you believe that Christian McCaffrey was ready to go. But as Kyle Shanahan has discussed, I guess it wasn't feeling that well prior to game time, kind of popped back up, and they didn't feel comfortable with letting him roll. So I guess if from that perspective, that makes sense. But I guess it was revealed today that Christian McCaffrey is dealing with Achilles tendonitis. And obviously, this was a situation where CMC was originally dealing with the calf. It's now kind of morphed into an Achilles calf injury. And as we continue to gain and try to clarify more information about this, I came across a report from Adam Schefter yesterday. Now, I was at the game, so I didn't see this. So I'm catching up to it. And so because I'm catching up to it, I want to share it with you. Just again, I would say almost more information is better at this point, considering how everything led up to the game. But it does sound like Adam Schefter is throwing up warning signals about the potential availability for Christian McCaffrey this Sunday against the Vikings. So again, we've heard a lot of different things. So I just want you to take a listen to this, and then we will try to take all the information that we have and try to make it make sense. So take a listen to what Adam Schefter had to say right here.
Well, I spoke to various 49ers officials here, Scott, and what I was able to take away is this. On Friday, Christian McCaffrey pulled himself out of practice. They were not overly concerned. They did not think it was a big deal. They thought and expected that he would be able to go tonight. The issue was he came in today for treatment, and the calf still was tight. Now, let's keep in mind, he basically didn't practice all summer long. It was not just a calf, but it was also his Achilles. So you've got two issues here. And they decided, in the interest of being a long season, to hold him out tonight, not to activate him, to put him on the bench. Jordan Mason is going to start tonight. And not only is Christian McCaffrey out tonight, but there's a real chance he's not going to play on Sunday either. They play on the road at Minnesota on turf in a shorter week. So he's inactive tonight, and it looks like there's a real strong possibility McCaffrey will not play Sunday against the Vikings as well.
So obviously, if you listen to that, not super encouraging. And again, it's a delicate balance, but because we have heard Kyle Shanahan say that he does believe that he could have played today if it was a playoff game. He is currently day to day. There's a chance he could play against the Vikings. So it's a tough one, right? Because obviously so much outside things rely on this information outside of just winning football games. I think if you contextualize it from the sense of football games, the 49ers are going to try to keep a competitive advantage about anything, to help, you know, contribute to winning football games. Now, if it comes to a situation where obviously other outside circumstances are involved that require this information to be able to operate, that then creates another dynamic. And so I think this thing with Christian McCaffrey, I think it's kind of developed into its own little situation that is going to be interesting to monitor, honestly, because I think from the multiple perspectives, from a football standpoint, you want them to be healthy and you want them to be right. You don't want to force them out there. You saw what happened with Dre Greenlaw pushing through an Achilles injury. We saw what the outcome is. The 49ers just paid Christian McCaffrey. They don't want a similar situation to happen to him. So it's in their best interest to make sure he's fully healthy, at least healthy enough to be able to go out there where they're not super concerned about re-aggravation or even worse. So with the situation as it continues to progress, and obviously we have to monitor it throughout the week, his practice participation and I think if we see that questionable at the end of the week, we still have to be on high alert in regards to his availability, just based on how we read last week. And so I don't think there is anything definitive yet. Obviously, Schefter is hesitant about McCaffrey's availability. I would say, from what I've heard of Shanahan, a little bit more optimistic tone, but again, it's a wait and see. I don't think we can make any definitives one way or the other, but I do think, as obvious, many people are invested in this update. Many people want to know what's going on with Christian McCaffrey and will he be available. So that's why this is going to be an important week for the 49ers. Obviously, it's a bit of a short week with the Monday Night Football game and then a Sunday turn. So it's going to be another interesting week in regards to this situation. So obviously, if he doesn't go, Jordan Mason can go. Jordan Mason clearly proved more than capable at toting the rock and being a lead back, having over 150 all-purpose yards, running really well, and could probably play even better in an upcoming game with more reps and just being able to feel it out a little bit better. So again, unfortunate situation with how it played out. Schefter's report that, again, a reminder, just I came to this late. I found this today because I was at the game when that came down, so I didn't hear it. And so just trying to take all this information, put it together, and just make sure you have it. I'm not trying to say this is what it is one way or the other. I just want you to be able to have it all. So we can then try to make our best decisions and projections and all those different types of things that you need to do, because I get it. I'm a big time fantasy player and all that stuff. So I understand why people want that information. So we'll continue to monitor it. Of course, if anything drops, we'll bring it to you and let you guys know. But let me know what you guys think about what Adam had to say. What is your confidence level with CMC going to practice or going to play in this game against the Vikings? Let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.